Yeah, it was kind of a blur, just like that. Nah, I think we were able to possess it for a little bit, and then I think spread them out. And once I saw the ball go into the box, I kind of just took the chance that it was going to, bounce right out there, and was able to get to the ball first and, make a play on it. And fortunate enough to, my shot was able to make the back of the net and beat Tim. So thank you.
Lee, right here. How different are you and your football since you arrived to LAFC?
Yeah, it's a lot different of what's asked of me. Before I was more, attacking midfielder, number 10. Here we kind of play with, the fluidity of all the midfielders can interchange, and so at any given point you can be the deepest or you can be the furthest one up, and that just gives you a little bit more responsibilities on both sides of the ball. And so I think my game has evolved, into that and being a little bit more complete midfielder.
Are you adjusting physically because it demands more, of course, physically from you?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it does, and like I said, credit to the coaching staff and the training staff for getting me into proper shape in order to to play that position. And like I said, when I first arrived here, it was like a culture change to try to learn and adapt to this style of play that Bob has trying to get us to play.
Lee, can you talk a little bit about the fullbacks and what they provided to you guys in possession and balance, especially Jordan, between you, Diego, and Jordan? There seem to be a lot of movements and combinations going on.
Yeah, I think it's great. Like I said, there's fluidity not just in the midfield, but also in our back line and our outside backs. And we might start out as a 4-4-2, but there's points in the game where we play a 3-back, and you'll see the outside backs kind of drift into the midfield and help us get that extra man. And they've done great, and they understand in between when to come in and when to stay out. I think you're starting to see it's starting to evolve into that, and it helps us build out of the back even more so.
Last question.
Lee, if we see the midfield right now, I mean, besides Benny, you probably are the one with more experience. You see Diego on one side and people who come into the league this year, basically. How do you try to help them and what they can learn from you in terms of the league and you from them coming out of out from abroad?
Yeah, I think as most people new coming to league, they find it hard to adapt right off the bat because of this is a demanding league, not just in terms of on the field, but the travel, like you said, number of games. And I think Diego, Carlos, I think all these guys who's coming in, Dio, they've adapted really well. I think this is going to be a tough stretch coming towards the end. Now it's going to be a little bit more demanding because this is where you start to play for positions for playoffs, and so I have to understand that every road game, every point, it's going to be important, and everyone's got to bring their A game.